Hey everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living and thanks for coming by. We are in the middle of Pampered Chef-a-thon 2023 and today I had another thing I had to show you and I just couldn't hold back. Ironically, June is also Dairy Month in 2023, so this kind of goes to two things, but I'm going to make blackberry ice cream today for you in my Pampered Chef ice cream maker. It is one of my favorite tools, especially in the summertime when all of the fruit is ripe out there. And this doesn't take more than about 25 to 30 minutes, with the exception of macerating and putting your fruit in the fridge for about an hour to enhance the flavor. We'll go over those details. What I do want you to do is please go check out all of the participating channels, because we've got some great recipes and some fun ways to use the Pampered Chef tools out there. So what you want to watch for is hashtag Pampered Chef-a-thon 2023, and then you also want to watch for the logo to know that when you make a kind and thoughtful comment, your comment's going to put you into a random comment picker, and we're going to be holding a live giveaway at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern on June 26th. That's Monday, June 26, 2023, and you'll come right back here to Big Valley Living to watch that live drawing. It's going to be so much fun, and people in chat will also have a chance to win. So leave a thoughtful comment for all of these really fun collaborators. Consider subscribing to their channels, and if you're not already a subscriber here, give us a shot for a while. I think you'll have fun. We have a lot of really fun recipes. So let's get to making that ice cream, shall we? Well, the ingredients for this ice cream just couldn't get any simpler, okay? So what we have is we're going to use 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're going to use 8 ounces or 1 cup of whole fat milk. So I just bought this little 8-ounce container. 12 ounces of fresh blackberries. These were macerated in the manual food processor that I have from Pampered Chef. I'm going to do an overlay for you on that. And so this was macerated with a little bit of sugar, and then we put it into the fridge for a few hours. So that's going to be awesome. And then also we're going to use just over a half a cup of sugar here. I'm going to say about a half a cup, okay? It's your taste. Now, if you're doing something like keto, or you're going to be watching your carb intake and sugar has too many carbs for you, feel free to use a product called Swerve and use the same amount as you would regular sugar. Swerve is really, really good, you guys, and it is low on the glycemic index if you are watching that. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. It's so quick, it's so good. Before we get started, I do want to get you familiar with this machine, okay? So I have frozen this container in the deep freeze actually for about 25 hours. 24 hours. The recommendation is that you freeze it for at least 24 hours on the lowest setting in your freezer. So that's why we put it in the deep freeze. That is just this container right here. And of course I cleaned it before I put it in there. And I'm on the struggle bus of opening this machine. Okay, now this comes apart. Ooh, here we go. This will come off of there for cleaning. That's the, I don't know. Now I want to show you, this is a power unit right here, and it's very simple to use, but you can't submerge this in water. So this is how easy it is to take the top part off when you're ready to clean. We just squeeze in on those little tabs, and it just pops right off for cleaning. So you just wipe this unit off. You just wipe that unit off, and you can wash this in hot sudsy water for the next time you're gonna make ice cream. So I'm gonna put it back together, and we're gonna throw those ingredients in. And I'm telling you guys, you are gonna be so excited. In this large glass bowl, you can use whatever bowl you'd like. 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're going to hold these blackberries off until partway through the freezing process. And then the last ingredient that we're going to add to this particular recipe is about a teaspoon of vanilla. Yes, we make our own, and yes, there's a difference. Also, that Mexican vanilla is really good if you haven't tried it. Okay, now we're gonna take our whisk and we're gonna just make sure that all that sugar dissolves. This machine's gonna do all the work for you. So if you wanna set it and forget it before dinner, go for it. By the time you're done eating dinner, this ice cream is gonna be nice and fresh. It comes out like a soft serve, so if you'd like it a little firmer, my recommendation is to take it out of the freezing container, put it into a freezer-safe bowl or vessel of your choice, and you can just use that to scoop it out later. It'll firm up in the refrigerator over time. Okay, so this is so fun to make too. If you've got kiddos in the house and you don't have time for the old-fashioned hand crank, and you don't really want to get into a whole, you know, thing, then this is the way to go. Power. You just press it for your 5-minute increments. Okay, so we're at 30 minutes, and as you can see, the paddle starts turning right away. This is not a difficult machine, guys. Now, this is why I used a bowl with a funnel. I should have mentioned that. Now you're going to pour the vanilla mixture, okay, the vanilla and cream and milk and sugar, right on into this. I do it kind of slowly, but you don't really have to. Mind you, I'm behind the camera trying to see what I'm doing. Oh boy. Okay, oops, look at that. All right, no problem, huh? Don't cry over spilt ice cream. When you were kids, depending on your age or what your family did you have homemade ice cream in the summertime, like on the 4th of July or family barbecues? This is just a great memory for me. We had the old-fashioned one that you put the rock salt in, and in fact we actually have it's a dual hand crank slash, you know, hand crank, and it has an electric mechanism in case everybody gets tired. But we usually just bring that out for holidays. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back at the 30-minute mark, and that's when we're gonna add those blackberries. For reference, I am using the official Pampered Chef strawberry ice cream recipe. The adjustment here is that I used a 12-ounce basket of fresh blackberries instead of 1 pound of fresh, hulled, macerated strawberries. So I'm using a different fruit, reduce the fruit a little bit, but all things being equal, this is a great recipe. We've used it for years and years, and I can't wait until my blackberries are ripe on my blackberry bush. But I wanted to make this for you before then, so here we go. Our ice cream is about 5 minutes away from being ready for the fruit. So I am going to actually strain some of this juice out of here that we can actually put into a little jar and use later as a syrup over something, or maybe mix it with some sparkling spring water, you know, just to flavor it up a little bit and get hydrated. It's really tasty, so nothing will go to waste here. But we didn't want to throw all that liquid into the ice cream when it's ready to add, so wanted to show you this step. You could start that right at the time that you are going to start your ice cream, or put this in the fridge and let it sit for a while, but there's a significant amount of juice down there that you don't want to waste. Okie dokie, we are almost done. Now what I'm going to do, and you can add your fruit, by the way, to the very beginning, at the beginning, but I like to, I want it to not be frozen. Now I'm going to hit it for about 10 minutes. And it's going to mix it all together now. Okie dokie, timer is done. And oh my goodness, it is so pretty. Now again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my paddle out. Okay, I am just going to go ahead, unplug it. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull it apart for cleaning when we're done. Let the machine cool down a little bit before we wipe it down. With just a soft, clean cloth is all you need. Oh, you guys. Okay, now this is pretty soft. See that? And because of that, I think I'm actually going to put it into another container and put it into the freezer for a little bit, just to get a little bit firmer. That's not quite as eating ready as I would like it to be. Okie dokie. So I put this into the deep freeze for just about an hour, actually. I'm getting Mr. Big Valley Living in here to give this a shot. I'm making a mess in here, aren't I? I'm so excited to try it. You know, if you really wanted to speed that up, you could put it into a shallow pan, like a baking dish or something, and that would have frozen a lot faster. This is how I usually do it, and I'm gonna put it back in the freezer to get a little bit harder, and we'll have snacks for a few days. Hey, JJ? Yeah. Wanna come try this?